Dundas Square, and they said to me, what was I proudest of in terms of being a Canadian? And that's a hard question to answer because I think we're proud of a lot of things. But I said I was proudest of the fact that we lived here, and yes, it's diverse, and yes, we have a wonderful healthcare system, but that we lived here, our way of life is a way of life that is virtually free of judgment. You know, we accept people for how they come. We accept people for who they are. Not only do we accept them, we embrace them. We get the best out of everybody. We don't care where you came from. We don't care how you pray. We don't care who you love. You know, as long as you love somebody, as long as you love as many people as you can, as long as you have good values that are consistent with how we want to live and how we want to treat each other. And that, I think, is the thing to be proudest of here. It's not perfect. It's not perfect, but it's something that is admired around the world. I know I have the chance, some of you will have come from other countries to Toronto and to Canada, and we're so fortunate that so many have done so. I've lived here my whole life, but I've had a chance to travel and represent Toronto, and I can tell you, they know something about our way of life. They know very little about the size of the city. When people come here for the first time, I met a man yesterday from England who was here for a cricket match that I was playing, and it was pretty hot for that, I'll tell you, but he was here for the first time ever in Canada, the first time ever in Toronto, and he said, you know, people are so friendly, they're so embracing and so accepting, and he said, and the place is so big, and people don't know about any of that, but they know something about our way of life and how we live together, and they admire it. And the challenge for us is to keep it that way, to be proud of it, and that's one thing, but to also do something like Sue said, and I'm so happy to be here for the first Canada Day with her. She's newly elected to the Ontario Legislature, and one of the things you expect as part of our way of life is that we will work together. The governments will work together to get things done for you. That's what we're there for. And so I'll look forward to working with her, and she's part of the opposition party, but I'll look forward to working with the new government too, because what we really want to get done here is get the transit built and get some affordable housing and do some things to make sure the city stays safe. And so I just say to you, be proud of living here, be proud of being Canadian, which I know you are, be proud of our way of life, do something to reinforce it by reaching out to someone who is different. You know, the Community Folk Arts Council, what they're all about is using culture and the arts to bring people together, because if 4 people were standing right there listening to a song that's coming up in the next presentations, they may not be able to talk to each other, but they can all appreciate the music and they can all celebrate together and celebrate being in this great country. And I'll just finish by saying what I always say, which is that we're lucky. Of course you'd expect me to say this as the mayor, but I think it really is true, that we are blessed to live in the greatest city, in the greatest country in the world, and this is the one day we celebrate. We should celebrate it every day. But happy Canada Day to everybody. All the best.
Now everyone, it is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the heart of Toronto, Yonge and Dundas Square. Thank you so much for being here in the heat with us today. And on behalf of all the performers, thank you so much for embracing all the many different cultures this city has to hold. Our artists will tell the story of Canada through dance, music, and food, so please enjoy. We will be here until 9 p.m. this evening, so make sure you shop, eat, check out our local vendors, stay hydrated, and use reusable water bottles if you can. Please take care of our environment and each other. Again, I'd like to thank the Community Folk Art Council of Toronto for putting this show on year after year, as well as our presenting sponsors. That's the Downtown Young BIA, Heritage Canada, and the City
Ciuciubite konie, zubajliwe boso, ciuciubite konie, zubajliwe boso, ciuciubite konie, zubajliwe boso.
Yeah, you can eat with us anytime you want.
Moito ljube što ni dojdi ego, ego, čito indi, taj, 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 bjalo rade, taj, 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 bjalo rade, bjalo, čito indi, taj, 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 bjalo rade, taj, taj, taj. Taj, 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 bjalo rade, taj, 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 bjalo rade, bjalo, žoti djeliže, taj, taj, bjalo rade, i jehu! Na ti rade, žoti djuli, i ne razi, taj, 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 bjalo